defense.
You have to take that knight, I think.
What about rook f3? Rook f8.
Oh my gosh. There's also c4 ideas if you're not looking out for them.
I think you should take, but Robert, after queen takes e7, the black bishop all of a sudden gets super active.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Queen... Queen g4?
Rook e3, bishop h6.
Okay, because queen e4. Bishop e5, there's rook b3, that's huge. And rook b7 if you don't trade
my
rooks.
Lands. But rook b4, another excellent move to keep the initiative going.
And bishop takes e5 now? Is there rook e3?
1 second!
Trade queens. You gotta trade queens here.
Rook b2, rook d2.
And rook c2, bishop c4. Like, this should be...
This game... Oh, it's far from over, though, Robert. He's going to try to get his king into g3.
And I'm nervous about Ivanchuk's time, right? That was not good for him in game 1, and he plays b3, I play king c2. But I'm with you, Danya. King g5, king f4, king g3. Bring that king in.
But I think the fact that Ivanchuk is still at 20 seconds, he's got to try to stay over 10 seconds. I think that gives him enough time to react to unexpected moves.
And king d3 is excellent. But if you get the king to g3, there might be an exchange sack at some point.
And don't go b4 because of rook c1 check, but now b4 is a huge threat.
Stopped in its
tracks. Ray parries it.
Okay, bishop, watch out for rook moves. Okay, he goes rook to e1 just to avoid that.
The good thing for Ivanchuk is that even if the king gets to g3, how are you going to put any pressure on g2? That's the problem with opposite colored bishops.
Right. You need to be able to sacrifice your rook for the bishop somehow, like on the f3 square, but Ivanchuk is not going to allow that. And look at him, showing off technique in online blitz and bullet. And
b4, forcing the queenside pawns off the board. He is within a millimeter of securing the draw. Barring a blunder, this should be in the bag.
And rook going to g4, that seals it.
That basically does king c3 or king a4 even.
I think that Ray should like king h2 at some moment.
No, that's it. That's it. Rook takes g6. There are no winning chances here. 0.
And look at Ivanchuk's time. He's got 20 seconds.
I'm telling you, it's great. But why did he let the king get out? I thought he should have cut it off along the e-file.
He's not worried
rook
about
b4.
It. He's gonna, he's going to king b5, get his king away from the side of the board. Wow.
I think at this point it's pretty clear that unless he mouse slips or blunders his rook, there are 0 winning chances.
That would be tragic at this point for Ivanchuk, as Ray Robson doing everything he can. He was your pick to win the group, but Ivanchuk says, I don't think so. And unless there's a mouse slip, somehow his connection goes out the window. Vasyl Ivanchuk, the streamer, the legendary player, is going to move on.
Hey, I did... My vote was with Ray, but at the same time, I mentioned at the start that I want to see the players from the older generations go far. There's nobody who is more deserving of going far than Ivanchuk. The guy is a legend, and what a performance in this match from bottom to top, from start to finish, despite the loss.
Yes, and how many more moves until we get a 50 mover? I'm going to try to check on that real quick. When was c takes b4 played? Oh no, rook takes g6 was the last capture.
As you're looking that up, I mean, the Grischuk game is also heating up. And I think Benjamin might be in trouble there, but I don't know if we should stick on this game or if we should trust Vas. Yeah, let's stick with this one.
Yeah, we have, I don't know how many more moves to go. I was trying to look, but they're making so many moves so quickly, I can't even find it. But look at Ivanchuk's clock. He's up to 29 seconds, Danya. I said it before. I think losing on time in game 1 somehow helped him.
Yeah. Well, it helps him calibrate his clock. And right now, he can literally go from d7 to e6 to f7 ad infinitum.
Look at you using some Latin on me here.
Well, you know.
You dabble.
That's, some of us went to Yale, you know. Some of us should understand those expressions.
I did understand it. That's why I called you out on it. So rook g5, rook h5 right now.
But then rook g8.
Oh my gosh, there's a checkmate if you can fall for it.
No. King f5. Just go back to f5.
Oh, that was actually very clever.
And Vasyl wasn't born yesterday. He won't risk it. He knows what he needs. He knows exactly what he needs.
And you got to feel for Ray Robson. I mean, the guy is just so strong. And he won game 1, but somehow Vasyl Ivanchuk, he was just in form when it mattered. And he is able to secure this match, barring some kind of failure in the next 12 moves or so.
And Vasyl seals the match Just a couple more king moves required. And you do have to feel for Ray. He was hoping to go for it. He is a fighter. The fact that he's made 50 moves here, Robert, it's not obnoxious. Rook c6, rook c5 drew immediately. It's not obnoxious. It is the sign of someone who wants to win. And that is ultimately what we want to see in the CGC.
Don't play rook takes h4. Actually, even that draws.
Even that.
Yeah, no point
King b4.
Getting to that ending.
Oh, he wins the piece? Ho-ho!
Wow. I mean, a draw is a loss for Ray Robson. He resigns, and Vasyl Ivanchuk, he does good for the old guard. He wins the game. He moves on.